Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/relationships, where OP did the Giga Chad move. Let's begin. My girlfriend of 3 years cheated on me not once, but posted by Reddit user MarsStyle99.
Things are getting worse as you read. I had been in a 3-year relationship with a girl of the same age. We met during our studies at university and decided to continue our relationship even after completing our studies. I had to move back to my home country to work while she remained in the country where we studied. We agreed to maintain a long-distance relationship and see each other every month. We started our long-distance relationship on November 2021. Our relationship was fantastic. We visited each other every 2 or 3 weeks max. We organized trips abroad so we could spend more time together, and we took care of each other even though we were apart. Last year, we decided to collect money for a trip to Thailand, and we finally booked our tickets to travel together in March 2023. However, 2 weeks before our departure, I noticed a change in her behavior. For example, she wouldn't send me good morning messages some days, or wouldn't send me a message for hours as she always used to those 3 years we've been together. It was like I wasn't her priority. Her behavior made me suspicious, but I did not want to accuse her of anything. When we met before our departure, her behavior became even more concerning. As I said, her behavior the past 2 weeks made me a bit suspicious, so I was monitoring her a bit closer. I noticed that she would hide her phone when texting and even brought it with her to the restroom, which was out of character. That was the first time in 3 years that she took her phone together to the toilet. 3 hours before our departure, I got the chance to look at her phone and found messages between her and a coworker. The messages included phrases like "I miss you," "I'm thinking about you," and "this is the first time I'm feeling like that, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes." I didn't know how to react, and I didn't want to tell her that I have seen her messages. So I changed my behavior. I was distant. And she, instead of coming closer and asking me what's wrong and why I'm different, she found this as an opportunity to exchange even more messages with that coworker. On the 5th day of our trip, I confronted her about the messages and asked her what was going on with the coworker. I didn't say to her that I viewed her messages. She admitted to exchanging inappropriate messages with him and claimed that it was just for fun and did not mean anything, and that nothing have happened between the two. When I asked her to show me the messages, she refused, which confirmed my suspicion that something more serious was happening. After deciding to enjoy my holiday and break up with her after the trip, I woke up during the night 2 days before we left and searched her phone for evidence. To be clear, I don't justify my behavior, and it's something that I didn't do during our 3 years together because I trusted her. Although I had trusted her throughout our relationship, I found messages that revealed she had sex with a man in May 2022. Also, she had told to her best friend 2 weeks before our trip to Thailand that she was not looking forward to meeting me anymore. Her best friend asked her if she had cheated with me once, and her response was cheated more than once, with the laughing emoji. And lastly, her best friends asked her was it just games or sex, and my girlfriend told her proudly, "Man, we are only 23. I did both." Our trip came to an end, and before our flight back home, I told her I want to break up. I told her that I know that the messages weren't just for fun. I told her that I know she had sex with another guy, and I also told her that since you are only 23, I'm sure you can find another guy. Lastly, I asked her, "How many times have you cheated on me?" She said 3. Once with a guy from her gym, once with a random guy she met on her vacations with her best friend, and once with a coworker, not the one she was exchanging messages with, other guy. I told her why wasn't she filled with remorse the first time, why she did it a second, and why a third time. Of course, she started feeling bad, saying she is an idiot, she didn't appreciate the person that she was with, that she didn't want to lose me, that she made a mistake, to give her a second chance, that these 3 people didn't mean anything to her, etc. I told her that she ruined a perfect relationship with a guy that he loved her and made plans for the future with her over some people that didn't mean anything to her, and that she wasn't going to see ever again. The end of the text and of the relationship. We had our anniversary on the 10th of April. We broke up on the 9th of April.
Well, I'm pretty sure the trip to Thailand got in the way of her plans to hook up with a coworker. Not the last one, this one, the one that she's currently texting right now. Basically, OP, you dodged a fucking bullet. Many men are donuts that never see the problem until after they marry. I'm glad you're not one of them. Well done, my friend. And now for today's second story. My significant other of 5 months just told me she doesn't want to be exclusive, but has strong feelings for me and wants to keep seeing me. OP, let me tell you something, young man.
By the end of this, you are going to be crying like a little bitch.
We've been dating for about 5 months now. When we first met, it was like a dream. She's witty, always positive like myself, supportive of me, and I feel very comfortable around her. I can easily say it is one of the easiest connections I've ever had. We've been pretty serious about each other and texted each other daily. Hung out at least twice a week and always had fun. We hadn't really had any fights and arguments. In my eyes, it was easy love. 10 days ago, we were on a date and she brought up the question of, so who are we? I was kind of ready for it and couldn't wait for us to be official and exclusive, even though I haven't been seeing anyone since I met her. To my surprise, she mentioned that she's been seeing and sleeping with other people that she had met before me. This came to me as a shock and I didn't have any words to say, but at the same time I realized we never had the talk, so she could use it as an excuse. She also told me that she has the strongest feelings for me. However, I have expected her to at least say that she's gonna end it with the other guys and we can be exclusive and move forward, but it was not her intention at all. She seems to want to keep all the other relationships and still see me. I cannot see myself doing this at all. Jealousy, rivalry, etc., etc., and is simply against my strong principles and values. Nobody can change those. I am so confused, upset, and lost. I confessed my feelings for her and told her that I want to be her cheerleader and love her for who she is, help her heal through everything. And that exclusivity doesn't mean marriage or moving in together, but rather just a commitment for us to get to know each other on a more deeper level and see each more often. She didn't seem so receptive. I then asked her, why do you do this? And she started crying, saying she's hung up on her ex from about a year ago and is lost and might be going through a phase. I hugged up and told her that I've also been there and for her to follow her heart, etc. We switched topics, had a few drinks and called it a night. We texted the following day for a bit and she seemed a bit distant, so I haven't initiated contact since 10 days now. I really love her and want her in my life, but at the same time she hasn't shown any interest in trying to make it work or talk further about it. Her birthday is coming up next week. Do I break no contact? Any thoughts or perspective is appreciated. TLDR, I've been dating a girl for 5 months. I started having feelings for her and she tells me she's hung up on her ex and can't be exclusive and she's seeing other people until she figures it out. I've been in no contact for 10 days. Her birthday is coming up next week. I saw myself spending my spring and summer with her and miss her. How to proceed? Edit. It's also worth mentioning that during our last date, the reason she brought up the talk was because she said I was feeling guilty because I had unprotected sex with someone else and had to let me know before we sleep together again we were unprotected.
OP, I honestly believe that you shouldn't contact her again. I mean, she already told you how she felt and where she is now. She's not looking to be exclusive. She wants to be a hoe, so let her be. Look man, I get it. It sucks because you wanted more, but there is no magic words to make someone fall in love with you. If she hasn't contacted you for this long, I think she made it very clear. Just accept that it was fun while it lasted and move on. The sooner that you do, the sooner you can find someone else that is much better suited for you. But hey man, if you really want her back, then all you have to do is to wait a few months. She will come running back to you because suddenly she's pregnant with your baby. Good luck raising Chad's kids, OP. I hope you do well. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.